Welcome to the Restore It Ralph channel. Dirty Harry may be hurt. So it may be kind of hard to hear, but we've got a tick, 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 tick. And we are about 700 RPM, which divided by 2 is 350. There's a metronome that I would say is very close. So I'm hoping that this is a valve train related failure and on one cylinder. So we're gonna have to pull it apart and take a look. I believe it's on the passenger side. So I'm going to start by removing the valve covers and inspecting all the rockers and push rods, and possibly trying to see if I can get down to the lifters and at least inspect the cups and make sure there isn't one that's collapsed. Plenty of oil up there. I don't like that. This is hard to see on camera, but what I'm looking at is the lifter, and that is the internal part of the hydraulic lifter, the piston that gets pumped up by oil to take up lash. And it is at the top of its travel, right against the retaining clip. All of the lifters are right like that, so I don't have one that is stuck down. I'm not going to be able to show everything on that. So I don't have one that is collapsed on the hydraulic end of it. That doesn't mean that I don't have a roller starting to fail or something else, even a cam lobe starting to fail. But I don't have a great way to inspect that without pulling the intake off. So I'm going to try rockers and push rods first. I don't have any real data or smoking gun to support that that's going to fix it, so I'm totally expected for it to not fix it. Pulling these stock rockers and push rods out, they don't look great. They don't look like one of them is totally worn out. These were ones I pulled out of a box on the shelf and threw in after I did the cam when the 1.7 rockers were too much. So hindsight, I should have just spent the money and put new stuff on it, but I don't know that that's the problem yet. What I've got for Dirty Harry is a set of Harlan Sharp 1.6 stock ratio rockers. The reason I went with these is I know they worked before on the car, and also they come with their new pedestals or stands and all that good stuff. And when I looked for replacement rockers for the stock arms, I could not find or couldn't source new stands for it, and I just kind of decided to put all new on it. I'm going to use these regardless. If I have to rebuild this engine again, I'll have a good set of rocker arms. I also got a set of stock push rods just to eliminate any wear that might have been on the push rods to the rockers. I've got the new push rods in. I put a dab of assembly lube on the tip of the push rod. Before I put them in, I'm putting some assembly lube on the tip of the valve. I'll put assembly lube in the cup of the rocker. So that way it lubricates the top of the rocker arms. I guess it's time to start bolting those in. 1.6 ratio Harlan Sharps and new push rods installed and torqued. I'll do the other side and see if it solves our problems. I don't have super high hopes, but I'd really like this to fix it. I didn't see any smoking guns, but I'm gonna fire it up for the first time and see if it's any quieter. Burning some oil off the manifolds. It does sound quieter. I won't know for sure until I get this thing up to operating temperature and probably after a test drive to replicate the conditions that we had it last weekend. That's where I hear it the most, right at D-cell. Still runs great though. There it is. Damn, that's pretty bad. That is definitely not fixed. Arguably worse. Dang it. This is the real concerning noise. Tap, tap, tap on D-cell. Uh-oh. She's hurt. Not very good. Is not happy. Unfortunately, I think Dirty Harry is hurt for real. I don't like the gallop in the cranking. I don't like the oil pressure. I definitely don't like the noise. And unfortunately, it kind of sounds like a rod knock, especially when I give it some throttle and then let off and get a tap, tap, tap. I'm hoping that at this point, I can take it apart. Maybe the crank is salvageable. I don't know if it's a cam lobe went flat, a lifter failure, or all of the above. Unfortunately, that means Dirty Harry is probably down for a little bit. I'm just a regular guy, and I don't know that I can actually afford to rebuild this engine right this moment, unless the YouTube channel really picks up. Make sure you share the channel in this video if you want to see this thing running this season. And I am sad, and you might be too, but it'll be back better than ever, hopefully. I'm not sure if Dirty Harry is going to go back exactly the same way it is. Maybe it needs a built engine. I'm sure it needs that. Maybe it needs a powertrain change. Maybe it needs a Hemi. Maybe it needs an SRT4. Maybe it needs an LS. I don't know about that. Let me know in the comments what you think should be the next version of Dirty Harry. I wouldn't mind reworking the turbo kit to get rid of some of the heat issues. Maybe it gets totally reworked with a different powertrain, and I still think I want to keep it turbo. I can't let this car distract me from some of the other projects going on in the shop. I got to get the Turbo Dakota together, and I've got to get that Wagoneer painted. So it might be a little bit before I tear into it, but I'll keep you posted. That's going to do it for this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the Restore It Ralph channel.